Thanks for joining me. Now, you may be sick and tired of hearing about COVID-19, and trust me, I get it. I am really there too. But that is our world right now, and so I've been brainstorming and thinking of how I can help you get through this difficult time. It's really important to not be oblivious of how we are affected by what is happening in our world right now. I've heard from a lot of you that you are bored, that you want to go back to school, that your anxiety is through the roof, and that your depression is deepening. And so I'm very concerned about you. I mean, this is a time that none of us have ever experienced, and there's so much uncertainty, fear, and if we're not careful, we can really let things get to us. Now, I am certainly not a doctor or an expert to tell you when everything is going to pass, but we are at least looking at probably 4 more weeks of this lifestyle and possibly more. And so many are just deciding that they're going to sit around and wait for normal to return. But unfortunately, this means that you're probably not taking the best care of yourself, at least the way that you should be. Maybe you're eating junk food all day. Maybe you're spending the entire day on your cell phone or in front of the TV. Maybe you're holding in your feelings and frustrations and not sharing how you really feel in order to avoid conflict. Maybe you're feeling completely disconnected from the spiritual side of your life. And I can only imagine the frustration of what this feels like for families where there's multiple people at home and not much space to spread out, probably resulting in fights and even more frustration. So I want you to acknowledge how you are feeling, that you're maybe feeling stressed and experiencing more anxiety than normal. Well, I can tell you today that that's the case for most people. I know I am. I've had to really go back to a lot of the principles that I share when I speak and remind myself of the things that have helped me over the years to get myself back to a place of peace and joy. And sometimes I have to do these things on a daily basis. And so because of this, I want to help you do the same. I want to remind you of the importance of taking care of your physical health, your spiritual health, relationship health, and your mental health. And so today in this vlog, I'm going to talk about the first 2 that I just mentioned, your physical and your spiritual health. I will talk about the other 2 items in my upcoming vlogs next week and the week after, so be sure to tune back in. Now, when it comes to your physical and spiritual health, you are too important to allow these things to slip. And so I want to share a few tips today on how you can keep your health at the forefront in your life. Let me say it again. You have to take care of yourself, good care of yourself. These are really important things. So when it comes to physical health while being at home, it's really important that you get exercise. Get exercise while you're in quarantine and being at home. Make sure that you're moving around, staying active. And I'm sure it's really easy to lay in bed or watch TV all day, but please make an effort to do what you can to stay physically healthy. Being physically active and doing relaxation techniques can be valuable tools to help you remain calm and continue to protect your health during this time. Because staying at home for prolonged periods of time can pose a significant challenge for remaining physically active. So sedentary behavior and low levels of physical activity can have negative effects on your well-being, your quality of life, and your overall health. The World Health Organization recommends 150 minutes of moderate intensity or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity physical activity per week, or a combination of both. And this can still be accomplished even when you're at home with no special equipment and with even limited space. The World Health Organization recommends taking short active breaks during the day. Breaks that include maybe dancing, playing with children, and even performing domestic chores. They also recommend following an online exercise class, taking a walk, doing relaxation techniques like meditation and deep breaths, and even just standing up whenever possible. This article really gives some great ideas of some home-based exercises, and so I'm going to attach it in the description section below. So whatever it is that you can do to improve and keep your physical health, trying to eat healthier, doing some sit-ups, whatever you can do to move around. Now, in my sedentary life where I'm sitting in this wheelchair, I've even been doing exercises. I've been doing weights. Now, granted, it isn't much weight, but I've been doing exercises with my arms, and it makes me feel so good to get my heart rate going and get energized for the day. So what can you do to stay physically healthy? Now, when it comes to spiritual health, this can be difficult because of the many closings of the places like churches, wellness centers, and other places that really help with our spirituality. So, however, though, you can find church online and even some small groups to be a part of, along with even doing a yoga class online. My friend Rachel is teaching her yoga classes online, so be sure to check her out. It's actually, if you Google Happy Apple Therapy Center in Menominee, Wisconsin, you can watch her yoga classes. And if you're struggling with your spiritual health, you can also find some good books to read, find online groups that are also hosting services. And so it's important to feed your soul and to see what you can do to grow in your spiritual health. So let me ask you, what can you do to stay spiritually healthy? So what are you doing right now to make sure that you don't allow yourself to suffer and struggle through the next few weeks or months or even until maybe the next fall? None of us know how long this is going to last, but what you can do right now is define your new normal in a way that helps you in these uncertain times. Yes, this time will pass and we will get through this, but it's really important to stay healthy in all aspects of our lives, to live life to the fullest and make the most of this time. And so if you are bored or struggling, I actually put out a blog a couple weeks ago about 20 things that you can do while you're quarantined. I will put the link to that in the description section below if you missed it. Now, be sure to tune back in next week as I'm going to talk about the importance of your relationship health. I'm also going to talk about, in that, how to stay connected with your friends, how to deal with conflict that you may be struggling with maybe your siblings or your family being home all the time. Then the next week, I'm going to talk about the importance of your mental health. And so to receive reminders of these vlogs being posted, please subscribe to my channel. And please also share my YouTube channel with your friends. I mean, maybe you have a friend that's struggling, or maybe you have a friend that's needing inspiration. Please send them my information. I would love for you to do that. And please acknowledge today how you're feeling, what you can do to help yourself and to stay healthy. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure, again, like I mentioned, subscribe to my channel, comment on this video below, and be sure to also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. See you next time.